Hi there, I'm Shar, and for today's 5 Minute Magic, we're going to have a little look at character development. So we're starting here with a completely blank page inside the writer's room, and we're going to start the way I always start when I'm crafting characters. So I've been writing video game characters for a really long time now. I always start with a blank page, and then I start with a spark. So this little spark, it can be anything that you have in your mind for the character. Something you've overheard on the bus, something you've written down in a notebook. A little kind of a seed, a golden seed that we can wrap everything about this character around to make it who they really are. So I'm going to start with just a little idea, okay? So this is Ellen. Ellen is a UFO enthusiast who has a really short temper. So that's my seed. That's what we're going to start with for this character. And we're going to find our way into the shape of the character through working a little bit with Alex here. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time. So first off, I'm going to say, Alex, can you craft a character? So what Alex is doing here is analysing what we've written about this character so far, and then thinking about perhaps some other character traits that might work for this particular person. So let's see, Alex is giving us 3 different traits. And I'm seeing, believes wholeheartedly, constantly scans the skies, and loses control of her temper when faced with skepticism or disbelief regarding her passion. Okay, so I'm going to kind of combine the first 2 of these to kind of make a kind of pillar of Ellen's character. So she is a true believer. And her anger is roused when faced with skepticism regarding her passion. Okay, I like that very much. So a lot of the time when we're making characters, we're kind of trying to create a structure, like where we can say, this is like the thing that's driving them, there's a thing that's holding them back, there's a plan that's pushing them forward, there's all these little side traits. So we're starting to get into the shape here of, okay, we can see who Ellen is on the outside. Okay, if I meet her on the street, she's going to talk about UFOs and she's going to be really grumpy if I don't agree with what she thinks about them. So let's just add in another little trait here before we move in to delve into that a little bit deeper. So I'm going to say, Alex, can you give me a quirky trait for Ellen? And see what Alex comes up with there. And Alex thinks, when Ellen gets excited, she does a little celebratory dance and doesn't realize how odd that looks for others. Okay, so I quite like that, so I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to say, basically, it's kind of like, she dances excitedly when she hears about new discoveries and reenacts alien abduction stories. Okay, so she's probably a person who seems quite interesting to the outside world. So now let's get into that inside part. Let's get into that why. And let's see, Alex, I'm just going to ask Alex. I'm going to bounce with Alex to see. Alex, why do you think Ellen is so fervent in her belief in aliens? And let's see what we get there. Okay, we got a lot of stuff. So Alex is giving us the idea that she possibly had childhood experiences and she feels misunderstood or dismissed. So I like this childhood experiences. I'm going to kind of go with that. So I'm just kind of following my intuition and feeling what we're going to get there. So I can see this because it's like, okay, childhood experiences. What I'm getting there is she was exposed to a lot of alien documentaries when she was a little kid, as it was the only time she was able to spend time with her father, and because he was really into that. And then I think we can also kind of connect that in. I'm just following the threads, moving it along. It's just like he disappeared when she was in her teens, just walked out one day and never came back. And so let's say maybe her mom probably said, oh yeah, he's gone. But Ellen didn't believe that. Ellen believed that he was abducted. Ellen believes that he was abducted. And that's also, I suppose, why she finds it so difficult when people have skepticism or disbelief, because it's almost like saying that her father abandoned her when she was in her teens, and she can't believe that. So she has to believe that he was abducted, just like in all the documentaries that she spent time watching with him. Okay, so now what's next when we have a character like this? What we're going to want to have is like some kind of plan for what they're going to do next that's going to be working in that direction. So I think it's pretty obvious to me that Ellen is going to pursue a rigorous investigation of aliens and UFOs in the hope of being reunited with her father. So now we've got something to work with, and we can head on into the day with our new character, Ellen.